are trying to turn your head, dancing with someone else instead. But when I give her a twirl, do you just see the girl? Am I the invisible guy? You got me asking strangers if I'm there. Is my hat just floating in the air? 'Cause you won't see me, and I don't know why. I'm the invisible guy. It's never no, but never yes. And my educated guess is I'm the invisible guy. Yeah, I'm the invisible guy. Rut-row, I did it. It stopped. It locked up. I can't, Captain. I can't give her any more. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, Nathan Moore. Hey, welcome to the show. Well, it's trash night and the place is a mess. I'm here to play songs for you while I clean up. I'll be doing some of it live. And some of it from the hard drive so I can get some actual cleaning done. I do need to get some actual cleaning done. So did any requests come in? If you're in Discord, it's super easy. Just type in $request and the name of the song you would like to hear or a show you might want to hear something from or something like that. And Percy will take that request and bring it to me when I say... Oh, wait, it's not fetch. It's, what is it? $request. And then you type in something. $request. Ooh, in the basement. How about a live version of In the Basement at the 4848 Festival with me and Fruition. Yeah, let's do this.
We got Nathan Moore up here. What say we get Nathan to play a tune with us, huh?
Oh goodness, Jeff. What would constitute a spot classic? I guess a few come to mind. Oh, thank you, Percy. Thank you, tech support. A spot classic. Like what?
Check.
There's too many.
Sitting here naked. Sitting here hooked. Just want to get swallowed by an ancient book. Sitting here starving. Sitting here stuffed. Looking for my diamond. Feeling rough. Like a scarecrow. In love with a crow. Can't remember if I just don't know. My hands, they tremble like a wind-blown rose. Every day, it's an overdose. And I feel like I'm walking on air. Like I'm falling down stairs in the basement. In the basement. In the basement. Sitting here broken, sitting here healed, sitting here betting down the line I'll know the deal. I've never been a man much for according to plan. Now I'd rather take a chance than make a stand. It's gotta be better than fading like a goddamn flower, better than sitting there 80 miles an hour. Come on, I need a little hallelujah to get the medicine down. God, if you could do it, put me back on the ground, 'cause I feel like I'm walking on air, like I'm falling down stairs in the basement. In the basement. In the basement. Walking a familiar lane. There's cameras, microphones, everyone's still out of frame. I'm all alone. It's a soliloquy. Nobody says nothing when I say line please, and I say cut, but they keep rolling. I got my thumb out, but nobody's slowing, and everybody seems so happy, like they know where they're going. They can all just be acting, there's no way of knowing, but I feel like I'm walking on air, like I'm falling down stairs in the basement, in the basement, in the basement.
Give it up for Nathan Moore, y'all. Virginia's own Nathan Moore right here. Put on a tie and everything.
bien, la música de Noel. Me encanta eso.
Everybody, we got a new mask hack for you today. Actually, it's just a mask hack because it's not a new mask hack because I haven't done a mask hack yet. So there's nothing new about it. It's just a mask hack. So what you do is you take your bandana, got a purple one, and it's a little stretchy because I've had it on a different way, but I'm going with a new way today. And so we go like this, you fold it like that, then you fold it again. You got a nice little rectangle here. Get yourself some hair ties, just regular hair ties. Wow, 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 they're stretchy. Okay, so you put one on the end, like this. Feed it through a little bit. Okay, just like that, about there. Then you take your other one, and you put it on there. Put it on there, like that. All right, I think you see where I'm going with this. So you fold this over, like that. You got your mask, you put it on. You slip this up behind your ears. Voila!
These days when you're feeling alone, just roll over to your bedside table, pick up the phone and call your friend. Don't hang up, just stay on the line. All you gotta do is call one time. These days when you're feeling alone, just roll over to your bedside table, pick up the phone and call your friend. Don't hang up, just stay on the line. All you gotta do is call one time. These days when you're feeling alone, just roll over to your bedside table, pick up the phone and call your friend. Don't hang up, just stay on the line. All you gotta do is call one time. These days when you're feeling alone, just roll over to your bedside table, pick up the phone and call your friend. Don't hang up, just stay on the line. All you gotta do is call one time.
Just getting it at the end, Lex. Yeah, I got a little cleaning done there, but then I got sucked into the videos just like everybody else. Oh, I hear you, Jeff. Well, what can we do here for you tonight? You know what I did? I don't even know how I did it, but somewhere in all of that, I accidentally deleted all the playlists out of iTunes. And then like an idiot, I quit it before I thought to try undoing. I couldn't believe that I thought I just wasn't seeing them. So I quit it and reopened it. There's nothing in the undo menu, but apparently then I decided to make a new playlist thinking that would reveal all the other ones. And then it created a new playlist, just a single empty playlist. All the songs are still in the library, but, are you kidding me? Really? Interns. Pip, when you get a chance, can you restore the playlist, the karaoke folder? We need that, and the new album, all the Davis stuff, the Revolution Radio live performances, the show playlist, the Davis folder, of course, and I don't know, tech support. No undo. I can't imagine what that would be, but I'm all ears. Like, I got two really big ears for you. Classic the Spot tune. All I know is that if I start singing a Classic the Spot tune, I bet I'll suddenly magically lose my voice. I'm almost a little nervous.
see what's up inside this weird box. Oh, Jacob Anderson, what's up, my brother? Why don't you tell us a story about Nathan and Willie and the crew?
On Jam Cruise every hour on the 11, I do believe, so 111, 211, 311, 411, we ended up stopping and singing "A Good Man Is Hard to Find," and something like, "Good man is hard to find, good man is hard to find, a lot of good men got troubled minds, but a good man is hard to find." I said, "A good man is hard to find."
I was wondering what the words to this one was. I'm gonna listen to the words real quick.
Something like, "Good man is hard to find, good man is hard to find, a lot of good men got troubled minds, but a good man is hard to find." I said, "A good man is hard to find, good man is hard to find, a lot of good men got troubled minds, but a good man is hard to find." And Nathan and I ended up writing that thing the very first Jam Cruise I ever went on with Nathan, the very first night before we went to work at all. And we must have sang it at least 30 or 40 times during the Jam Cruise. So there's a little story for you.
It's so cool to have Jacob Anderson as a guest on the show tonight. It's been really nice having you, Jay. A good man is hard to find. A good man is hard to find. A lot of work men got a troubled mind, but a good man is hard to find. A good man is hard to find. A good man is hard to find. A lot of work men got a troubled mind, but a good man is hard to find. So good one is hard to keep. Give her what you want, give her what she needs. Just remember, darling, when you leave me behind, that a good man is hard to find. So a good man is hard to find. So a good man is hard to find. A lot of worried men got a troubled mind, but a good man is hard to find. Right on time. Good man is hard to find. Good man is hard to find. A good man is hard to find. A lot of worried men got a troubled mind, but a good man is hard to find. Said a good man is hard to find. A good man is hard to find. A lot of worried men got a troubled mind, but a good man is hard to find. Yeah, I don't know that one. I always follow Jay on that. It's so funny how you can sing along the words with somebody or with a track. If someone else is singing, you know all the words. They just come right out. You don't really, but it's an illusion because you're just right behind when you need to get the hint, and then it comes out. Lots of little hints, but it's so funny. Till it comes time to record it. Then you find out, oh, is that what you've been saying? Oh, that's what you were saying? I thought you were saying. Oh, okay. All right. I got it. All right, so am I going up? Wait, I'm going up. There. Okay. Oh, sorry, that was wrong. Take two. Here's a song I wrote on Jam Cruise. He curls his fingers back to heaven. Morning's broken, or so it appears. There's this cloud, the little one lingers. There's his fingers raking the ocean. There's his ship out on the sea. There's his clouds, the little one lingers. There's his new day, I'm falling asleep. When I wake up, I'll be dreaming. I'll be swimming right through the air. I'm aboard that ship is steaming, and I thank the Lord for taking me there. Now I'm coming home to you. Now I'm coming home to you. I can't believe it, it's true. On the island, I see the people, but I want to hear the actual song. Wait, I was doing so good too. Take two. On the water, I see oil, I see trouble cruising along. On the island, I see the people, but I want to hear the actual song. So I sit down in one spot all night long. And there it comes around the corner, and there it goes, and it's gone. Now I'm coming home to you. Now I'm coming home to you. Can't believe it, it's true. Curls his fingers back to heaven. Morning's broken, or so it appears. Oh man. 99 bottles on the wall. Take one down and the rest disappear. I learned a card trick, it is magic. I heard one that will bring you to tears. Oh my God, so much happened. I'll be telling these stories for the rest of my years. Now I'm coming home to you. Now I'm coming home to you. Can't believe it's true. I've got something to show you in my eyes. Been taking it all in. I hope you're surprised by what you see in me. I realized I didn't even plug my guitar in. God, interns? Is that even fair? That might not even be fair. Certainly a good intern wouldn't have let me. They would have snuck up behind me and plugged it in, right? No, that's when you have to have a producer first, I guess. You can't expect an intern to know that kind of stuff. Need a producer going, oh, he's not plugged in. Sneak in there and plug him in. Hey, wait, this isn't David Letterman. I should be cleaning. I'm supposed to be cleaning. You guys are a bad influence. What's the next song I'm going to play on the radio so I get a little cleaning done? What do you want to hear from the archives? From the hard drives? There's this guy, Francis Collins, the guy that was in charge of the group that mapped the human genome. He's from Stanton. He's from our town here. He's out there. He's actually on the administration's pandemic board for the last couple of weeks. And he put out an article today. Haven't completely finished the article. I started right before the show. But it's cool to hear a sober take from a familiar face. Like, oh, I know who this guy is. That's half the battle right there. Oh, man, it's so hard to understand what's really going on. What we're supposed to do. We had the internet installed today. So, by the way, it might crash again. I lowered it down from 1440, which we learned a lot about earlier in the show. In the first half, before intermission, we learned a lot about 1440p, and I took it down to 1080. Now I'm still leaving this button on that says like a high quality video mode, which I didn't have on before. So we're still, pushing the limits. See how high we can get without it crashing. And that's one of the reasons I wasn't too sad that it crashed. I was like, well, that's part of trash night. We're figuring things out, cleaning it up. What works? What's going on? How'd that song go? Get us out of here. But it's funny because right when I was getting ready to reemerge back into the world, it got a little scary again, and different but I think some members of my family are already starting to doubt my sanity a little bit, just because I don't know anything. So let me know when it's safe to come out. I'm just waiting to hear from the world. All right, dear Prudence, time to come out and play, and I don't hear the call yet. I get mixed reports. No matter what. But it's Kether does all the shopping and stuff, and it's a little, it's surreal out there, and I can't get over how surreal things are. Every interaction, I'm just like, oh, okay, well, that was weird because you're wearing masks, you're standing apart. If you see anybody at all, I would almost rather not see anybody than see somebody, have an awkward exchange with them, and then spend the next 48 hours wondering if I got COVID from them. I don't want to put myself through that or anyone I know or love. But at a certain point, the world's got to sing Dear Prudence to me. Sing me, dear Prudence. Oh, won't you, world? But of course, the actual Prudence who was in her tent sad that day or whatever it was, just had a couple of beetles outside the tent coaxing her out too. It wasn't like the whole world. It was just a couple of beetles. So either the whole world or a couple of the beetles have to sing me, dear Prudence. Then I will come out and play. But having the installers here today, it's all weird. That's first time, a stranger's been in the house. First time anybody's been in the house since this all went down. I think I'm right about that, pretty much. but I don't even know. I don't know. I don't know anything. I've read them all. I've read every article. I'm like 7 of 9. Too much information. It's all a conspiracy. Only I saw this episode of Star Trek the other night where 7 of 9 had so much information incoming because of something. I forget what it was. Like a huge download of information. She was processing it, and it was too much information. So the only logical conclusion she could come up with sounded like conspiracy theories. It was, if you just connect the dots, if you have too much information and just looking for what connects, you're going to wind up with this crazy story. Every time it was good. Science fiction at its finest. Science fiction is always a philosophical exploration in its true art form. Love that. Probably my favorite genre. Besides just poetry. Hey, Chris, look at this. This is a little spot reunion up in here. First, Jeff, hey, man, I'm going to bed. Well, you sleep tight, sweetheart. But I just wanted to say I love you. I love you, too, and miss you and love hearing your voice. You're literally Baloo from the Jungle Book. Thanks for existing. You make my life more awesome than you'll ever. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you, Chris. Back at you, man. Yep. And you have sweet dreams tonight. And don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and watch the shows in replay the next day. And send me funny videos. Send any cool videos if you or any of your students or anybody want to make a video for Hippie Fiasco, if it's copyright-free material, and give some love to Hippie Fiasco. And it's like, hey, here's one for Hippie Fiasco, or any random abstract videos, stuff like that. Send them in. I got a whole little Rolodex here of really fun stuff that people are sending. You just never know what's going to come next. Stuff like this to make spontaneous videos. See, I can just do that and then pick a song from the playlist. I don't have any playlists. What is going on? Did something update? I bet it updated. I bet it updated. Didn't you? You did something like that, didn't you? Let's see. Let's type in Surprising Mr. Davis. What is this? No, not that one. Oh my God, there's so much stuff in here. Interns! There's just so many plates spinning, and I don't know, like what's that? Really, right now? Wait, but all right. Pip needs me for a second. I'll be right back.
Who's in control of his little boat? Is there a mast, or do we just float? Both sails are down, and the rudder sunk. If we don't get back, might as well get drunk. It's amazing how much we've seen since we left shore. And the minds we meant to avoid seem laughable blown up. Some winds were slow. As the winds were just unreachable, some channels were navigable. Some songs like this were all we had. I can see my home
sounds like a good idea to me. Why don't you grab that bottle? I'll grab this guy. We'll go have a I'll take 2 rum and cokes.
Here's a song a really beautiful woman just did not care for.
That's a pretty good intro for a song. I wanted to stick around for that one. So how do I do that, tech support? Import playlist from previous iTunes XML. As you can see, I didn't clean anything. I was sitting here pushing buttons, making videos on the fly for you guys. I care too much. I need to clean. Just want songs on the radio really bad. I found the import playlist, but I don't know where I would find the previous iTunes XML file. Recover. Look at that. Well, did I screw myself up because I created a new playlist? Did that start overwriting the file or anything weird like that? Quit out of iTunes. Oh, this sounds like something I should probably wait and do later, huh? Let's see. I can't screen share because it's on this other laptop. Quit iTunes. All right. Open the iTunes music folder. Where did it make? There it is. Okay. Find a file named iTunes Music Library XML. Okay. And drag it to your desktop or somewhere else that's convenient for you. I don't have to copy it. I just drag it. Desktop. Reopen iTunes. Reopening iTunes. All right, importing playlist. Going to my desktop. Importing iTunes Music Library. Oh, let's see. Oh, man, I did all the steps. should have had that going the whole time. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. I'll get this. No dice. The moment I created that new playlist, I was sunk. Wait a second. Move it back. All right, quit iTunes. It created a new one. Do I really move it back? Just make sure not to select the iTunes music library XML file that's in use now. Oh, what did I do? Here, go into the voice channels. I'll see if I can route your voice to the show. Connecting. All right, I'll join you down there. Oh, yeah. All right. Percy's playing radio in there. Gotcha. All right. Can I hear you? See, I'm connected here. His mic's, I can see his mic is muted. This is where I disconnect when I want to leave. This is where I mute. Hey, there he is. This is where I mute.
Tech support.
I can mute my microphone. I can click on tech support, right click, and use volume control on him. And you can do the same with Percy, who's always playing the radio in here whenever you want to hear some music from my archives or from my friends. In here, there's no real, not the same copyright restrictions. So check Percy out. So did I screw the pooch on the iTunes fix? Sorry, Percy. That was probably bad.
I don't know why this article said to move it out.
Hold on, they can't hear you. Hold on a second. I don't see why though.
Might be for the best, but make it complete.
I still want to figure this thing out. All right.
Yeah.
Do a test.
Test 1, 2, 3. Test. Hello.
All right, say something.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hippie Fiasco Rides Again Tech Support Hour.
Oh, he's talking. Don't hear him at all now. Okay, let me try something else. Let me try.
Yeah. Well, you know, we're here for your benefit. I work for you.
Default. Let's try that.
Default.
Oh, hey, they got you. I can hear you now. They can
hear you now. How are we doing?
Look at that.
Welcome to Tech Support Hour on Hippie Fiasco Rides Again. Our ratings are skyrocketing right now.
Yeah, we are shooting up, man. Just with your sultry voice. If I take the other camera and put it on Pip asleep in the guitar case, and you could just like read, just anything, the phone book with that voice of yours, I think we'll start really getting into the digits with the viewers.
You make his mouth move while I.
Oh yeah, easy. I'm getting better at that every day.
Low spec Linux laptop.
I can't wait to
tech support.
I can't wait to animate Rob's puppets. I want to take that Willy and animate and make it, like use even in the case. Oh, the opening credits for Crack the Case could be amazing.
So what this
I should ask Willie to write the theme song for Crack the Case. Ooh. Okay, sorry, thinking out loud. Blue skying.
All good. So I think what this article is trying to get you to do is actually restore the playlist from an older version of your iTunes music library.
Well, if you had that.
And so when you drag that file out of the music folder, that was probably the iTunes library that is being used by iTunes. And then when you reopened iTunes, it was like, yo, where's my music library? And I couldn't find one, so it just created one. And I don't know if you select one of those songs, if it's going to actually play. Does it still play in iTunes?
Oh, you mean in the actual library now that I've done that?
Yeah, which you can go into iTunes and replace the music library to point to the one that you just moved to the desktop. So that's moved back.
Let's see. Here's Brad Barr doing Nowhere From Here to Go. Yeah, it plays.
That works. Okay. I don't know what it was doing when maybe it indexed. When you go to, maybe this is an older thing, when you go to import playlists, you give it an option, look at an older version of your iTunes music library. There's a iTunes Media previous iTunes libraries. With their ITL file. Those.
Yeah.
What happened that you?
Yeah, I mean, I guess savvy people back this kind of thing up. I see how they would do that now, but I didn't do that.
Well, I see previous iTunes libraries. I don't know why you would lose all your playlists.
I don't see how I did that either. But this computer's been acting a little weird, so it might actually be something weird.
In the Finder, on that computer, go into the Finder and go to your home music. How big is the iTunes music library XML file that's in the music iTunes folder?
3.8 megabytes.
Okay, and on your desktop, how big is that iTunes music library XML folder file?
3.7 megabytes.
Okay, so in iTunes, if you go to Music Preferences and you click on Files, does it say for Music Media Folder Location? In the Music iTunes,
where am I
iTunes
looking?
Media folder.
Where is that?
In iTunes.
In the folder, not the app.
Oh, in the app of iTunes.
Okay.
If you're on, I don't know what version of iTunes you're using, but is it Music or is it actually iTunes still?
iTunes, yeah.
You're still on the iTunes tip.
Yeah.
Not in the Catalina or whatever they're down, the iTunes.
I'm thinking, do you recommend Catalina? I'm still waiting.
It's a great song by Robert Hunter. Lyrics. Zero used to play it. Catalina.
It's my favorite salad dressing.
It's on the Chance at a Million album by Zero. Catalina. It's wonderful. They just announced they're coming out with their new Big Sur operating system in the fall. But yeah, I mean, what kind of computer do you have there? I'll tell you if Catalina is recommended.
iMac.
If you go to the Apple icon in your top left and you say about this Mac, what does it say there?
I don't know if I want to talk about this now.
Okay. I'm just trying to advise on iTunes backup procedures for playlist restoring.
I thought we were talking about upgrading to Catalina. No, this computer can't actually. This computer couldn't upgrade to High Sierra.
Right, then leave it.
So it's El Capitan on the one that iTunes, the one we're working on. The one I webcast from is the iMac. I could definitely do Catalina, I'm sure. I just don't know.
Let's leave it. As far as iTunes is concerned, unless you have a backup of your previous library, I don't know how you'd be able to restore playlists.
Yep.
Where they were gone, and without being able to see your screen, it becomes a little hard. Yeah. Tech support challenge.
Yeah, well, even good tech support can't do the impossible.
Try to do what's probable.
All you can do is from the list of possible things. That's our limit.
Dream the impossible dream. Reach for the stars and
dream the impossible dream.
Let me Google that for you.com.
But I want to know what you think of Catalina.
It's good. It's all the stuff.
Do you do like the sidecar thing with your iPad or anything like that?
I haven't done that. It definitely connects with my phone pretty well. the newer systems, I can get AirDrop and stuff like that, which I don't know if you can do that in what you're working with. Catalina versus El Capitan is a big leap.
Yeah,
You're working with
the computer I'm talking about is Mojave.
Which one? There's no big difference between Mojave and Catalina.
Yeah, except for you lose all your 32-bit applications.
Correct. You might have a bunch of those for your streaming software or other things.
I'm pretty much okay in all that. For a long time there, I had so many apps that weren't declaring their compatibility yet. It was like 3 months into Catalina, and they were still like not guaranteeing that they would work. But for pretty much everything that I use is now saying we got you. But I still haven't made the leap.
You can run a check on your thing here. I'll put it in the chat. Catalina versus Mojave. Let me Google that for you.com.
Oh yeah, I've
been all over that.
Yeah, I definitely know. I was just looking for your first-hand anecdotal experience with it. I definitely researched it a lot. I would have done it already, except Brian and I are still mid. You never upgrade in the middle of a project. Unfortunately, our project was about to wrap up when we went into lockdown. So now there's like all new rules. I'm like, oh geez, it's been months. Like I'm still. If it hadn't been for that, I probably would have done it way sooner.
Yeah, you're better off if it's working for you right now and you got it all dialed in. I find that a lot of times, in the 2 to 3 year cycle, you really roll out this new operating system, the hardware, because they want to sell you the new computer, and it's like try to upgrade the older computers to the newer, unless they really promote the performance benefits and like make it faster and everything's going to work great. You're often better off sticking and waiting 1 or 2 cycles.
Right.
Until you're ready for a new computer. That's a whole nother calculation.
Yeah, definitely definitely in the professional music community, the mantra is don't upgrade until you absolutely have to. Like, it's all just full of horror stories of upgrades, because it is true that they always take something away every time. They always give you something and take something away. It just depends on how you feel about what they took away. How much did you love that?
Did you love that little analog audio port that now none of your headphones work with?
Right, exactly. Exactly.
They just announced at their developer conference that all of their new software or their new hardware is going to move to their own chip. So it's no longer going to use Intel, which means that all of these apps that were developed for Intel have to be rebuilt, and apparently it's going to work and it's going to be faster and better, but it's going to require everybody kind of do a little bit of verifying and redevelopment. So we'll see. And so you might want to wait this one out too, just to see how things land.
Right.
Make sure all your software is going to work on the Big Sur is the next
Big
level.
Sur.
I like to name their operating systems after towns in California.
Well, the good news is they always eventually come up with something you gotta have. Like, I gotta have that. You wait long enough, you gotta have that. Well, it's. I guess the webcast seems pretty smooth at this 1080p.
Oh yeah, you're looking good. It's solid.
I want to see if
1080p for the TV is HD level usually.
Right.
1440 is unless you're going to go up to 4K, which is.
Good night, Low Spec. Thanks for watching. Sweet dreams.
Low Spec, see ya.
Yeah, I should probably get back to cleaning my room.
I think he should change his handle, or whoever that is, to high def Linux laptop. Maybe he's more about their own setup than ours here.
It's his grunge aesthetic.
I'm gonna get working on my.
He's pixely.
working on other robots for other things, but we'll get back. I want to fix Percy, so if you clear the queue, or if you clear your song, it's the last song in the request, a blank request. But it's a little thing.
Wait, say that again. Say that again. I missed that.
When you clear the, so if I make a request, let's see if there's anything in the request queue. There's no request. So if I request iTunes and then I look at the request queue, I request clear number 1. It says request 1 clear, and then it has to pick song requests, but there aren't, and so it just prints a blank song requests. So if you clear your request and it's the only one in the queue, it should just be a little nicer about it. It should say, shouldn't say that. When they say request, it says there's no request. I don't know. I think it should be a little. If there's no request, it can come back and say there are no requests. Type % assigned request and the name of a song to request it. Right. That's nice. Yeah, we'll work on it. You can make these apps actually have conversations as well if we really want to get into it. You can tap into like operator systems or natural language processing systems so they can reply random things that people say without you having to like hard code every scenario.
I wonder what's it riff off of?
There are frameworks out there that are like conversational artificial intelligence.
But you wouldn't be writing all that out, huh? You'd have to borrow some pre-done conversation code.
You would pass whatever was sent in to the framework.
That's cool.
And it would come back and say, like, you could build a translate app.
Percy can definitely talk. Percy can have conversations, I think.
Do that for season 2.
Right.
Stay tuned.
Tell me when that is. Tell me when we're in season 2. Be sure to let me know.
This might be season 2. There was just a 10-year break between season 1.
Right.
It's more like season 3, actually.
It's been like a crazy number of shows. Maybe like 150 shows or something.
I was looking at the list the other day. And I was like, holy, that's a lot of stuff.
So when I wondered to myself, oh, where was that one night when I sang that one cool version of that song? I'll never know.
Don't think I didn't think about like, oh, somebody should go back through, index all of the shows.
That'll be the first task of my new interns.
That'd be a way.
Log it.
That'd be a way to do that with a bot.
And
rewatch.
Right. But in terms of that, you really want somebody like if I had money and I was hiring a team, I would have really some good criteria for who I would want that person to be, because I'd want them to have an eye for what could possibly be done with certain moments video wise. I'd want them to have a sense of humor, like be a little bit savvy in terms of editing, like, oh, that would work as a 30-second blah, like I'd like someone to log it if they're not just being like, and then at 22 he's saying nowhere from here to go, but I would want him to be like 22 he's saying nowhere from here to go is about 3 out of 5 the version of it,
like, I get leaving song if it's at the end, but not necessarily the leaving song from afterwards, or like your sunglass bit, like you shouldn't have to go back and find that and make it into a little commercial. But you should just have that and produce it.
Just slice it up, slice it and dice it, and dish it out.
Who's out there? The job lines are open, people.
I don't know. I
get your resume at the chat.
It's a tough one.
Volunteers welcome. Well, I could put my kids to work, but they're already confused by what's going on. So.
It'd be a daunting task, no matter what.
It would be a project. But I think the at least to get an index of the songs and a set list
Mm-hmm.
what was played live. You'd have to know if it was
And guest appearances and things like that too.
Sure.
But yeah,
every time you play, how many times you were muted?
All the muted moments. See, I'd give anything to have had that logged. The muted moments.
Per cut of every muted moment. A song behind it.
You know how I was completely convinced that, like every time, all the most eloquent things I've said, all the funniest things I've said, some of the most profound things I've said, all while I was muted.
It's always the case. Do our greatest work when no one's watching.
It's so weird. But how does it's God? See, that's why I believe in God, stuff like that. How does life know?
Well, there's a subconscious.
I mean, like what it's making me think of, because I feel the same way so often. Like when I keep trying to, because I've gone on my little stints of trying to clean up more, and it always is extremely painful and hard for me to like. The most painful, hard thing for me is exactly what you're talking about in this song. Of like when I start to feel a disconnect with something that was a deep connection I had with that lifestyle. Like it came, like it has to do with the spiritual side of that lifestyle.
Which is our life. There's a certain kind of magic that happens in it that I'm fucking afraid to lose. And
me too.
And I tried it for a while, and I don't think it's lost. I honestly, it's not lost. That's very beautiful. Thank you.
That's crazy beautiful. I'm writing that down. I'm gonna crack that case.
So maybe it's.
I know it's true. I still gotta crack it.
Yeah. So maybe cracking the case is the verse about.
See, I don't even remember what I said there, but obviously I said something. Oh, that's crazy. Just it was a moment Rob sent me that he highlighted because he thought it was so funny, where it was one of these moments where I was muted and I say something to Jay and Taylor and Willie are all in there with me, and I say something, but you can't hear it. I'm muted to the cast, but they can all hear me, and they all react like, "Oh my God, that's so beautiful! Oh, I'm writing that down." It's perfect. I forgot that ever happened. If Rob hadn't grabbed that clip and texted it to me, I never would have remembered that even. And it's the gold. It's the gold I've been mining all this time, right there. So funny.
There's a theory that when we achieve success, happiness, or wealth, that our ego kicks in and actually brings us down, kind of within the lines, like in our comfort zone, and it actually gives us negative thoughts that sabotage what we've achieved. Like when you apparently people who win the lottery lose all their money. Like you sort of can't enjoy the fruits of your labor.
Why would that be? Why though?
It's a human design flaw, or it's the mental gymnastics that we play, because it represents. I have found that anytime I've tried to use success or ego or work it always backfires. And it's like the story of Wavy Gravy, who was head of security at Woodstock, of course. You know Wavy Gravy.
Oh, yeah.
He was in charge of Woodstock. And the reason why Woodstock wasn't a riot, and it was actually, mud and the free-for-all, was because the hog farm fed everybody, and they went to work and making trip tents, and people were taken care of. He had this moment where he was walking around, he said, and he was looking at this incredible scene and saying, "We did it. We won. The hippies have won. We've made it." And literally at that moment fell and slipped backwards into the mud and landed on his back and was lying on the ground, just like staring up at the sky. He just started laughing and saying, "Yep, that's what happens. Life, when you think you've made it, you get kicked back down into the mud, and then you just gotta pick yourself up and dust yourself back off and get back to work."
That's very true. It's so funny. I saw a clip with Wavy earlier tonight. It's 2 Wavies in one day. Some magic in the air.
If you haven't seen his movie, it's incredible. It's called Saint Misbehavin'. On Amazon.
Wow, that's a great. Already want to see it.
And it's his life story. It's worth the $3.99 to rent it on Amazon. And it's incredible. It's just his story of his life. I mean, he ran for president, or nobody for president. He lived with Bob Dylan. You'd love him. You should watch the movie. It's an incredible film.
He introduced my band once in Berkeley, the Musement. He introduced the Musement. There he is right there. Waving. So classic. Wavy.
That was at the film. He introduced ALO at the Warfield, which was the last concert I saw in March.
Oh, look at that. Amazing.
Give me an A. Give me an L. Give me an O. What's that spell? ALO.
Nice. All right. Well, I guess I'm going to get back to.
We didn't fix your iTunes.
It was impossible. It was an impossible task.
It wasn't for the lack of looking.
Nope. Thank you, tech support.
Oh, thank you.
You have a request from the archives?
The Fat King of Gods from High Sierra. You're looking at the end of the story. What do you say? Something. Video.
Is it a video?
Oh yeah, it's a YouTube.
Oh, it's a YouTube.
First Fat King of God 7-4. There you go. 7408. Fat King of Gods, High Sierra.
Wonder if I already have that video? Oh, look. We talking about 7408? Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Your wish is my command. Thanks, tech support.
I used to be very, very apocalyptic in my visions. Stone, and I saw this capitalist society running away, and the rich were getting away with locking the rest of us in invisible fences that we get electrocuted if we try to cross. And I haven't parted with those visions, but I have realized that that's just not the end of the story. That's the beginning of the story. And I hope I'm looking at the end of the story. You're the fat king of gods, the breaker of bones, owns everything you see for endless miles. And the talk of revolution just vanished under the stones. The mystic seas trembling and smiles. Liberty's children build prison on prison and try to rid us of violence with bombs. But anyone who goes where the wild wind blows knows where we'd be without our loving moms. I know that might sound too dainty, still I'd repeat it, for even the slightest truth can never be defeated. And And it's a far cry at least from the daily deceit that we play, and we play like it's stuck on repeat. Peace has no leaders to play its cards, and peace may pay its own leader's price. But its tomb will be empty as it flows from the bars, ringing true like the best tune of advice. Slowly but surely the world revolves. I think grace will be her own resolve. She will dance at every chance lost till all of the world's problems are solved. As the capitalist masturbates, dreaming of Rand, and the philosopher wonders what she won't be when she's dead. And the artist asks God, please flow from my hand. And the pacifist asks Hitler, but what have I said? And the journalist keeps her day job, waving like the sea, like a parade of princesses down the middle of May. And the one they locked up for feeling too free, I hope he never stops laughing. I hope he never stops laughing. From the war on this to the war on that, we spun the frayed fabric of our modern day blues. We're born in a rental, pride from our neighbor, our fears and our fights, they label with hues. But one for the child with a dream that comes, that always comes to the innocent heart. The one that says, don't worry, we've always done that which you are about to start. Perhaps destiny's too tedious for tongues wild as these, and freedom's too mysterious when you're down on your knees. But what's been the downfall of all proud societies? Who knows the words? Let's sing it drunkenly, please. Yeah. Let's sing it drunkenly, please. Drunkenly, I used to be very
Oops. Don't worry, I did not say anything too profound that time. But I did give tech support an opportunity to use our awesome "you're muted" emoji. Check the little guy out. Pickle King made our own emojis in the Discord. So I sort of like the frog guy, though. Anybody know? Did y'all notice that? I'm sure you did. Observant sort. Hey, Pete. What's happening? Welcome to the show. Sort of a lazy night here. It's trash night. Trying to clean up the place a little bit and just sort of like hanging out, DJing. If you have a request to something from the archives here that you'd like to hear. I have misstepped a couple of times. I deleted all my playlists from iTunes. I'm just starting to get more and more tired thinking about, I put a lot of work into those playlists. I had about 10 of them, all for the show. Here we go again on my own. Looking down the only road I've ever known. Oh my God, who can relate? Who can relate? Is there anybody out there?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me today. It's your girl. Doug Hewson, YT, you're the man. Thank you so much for coming and letting me know that my mic was muted because that video played. When that video played...
They're your heroes, right? Don't you love that guy for letting you know that? So awesome. This is too much, isn't it? It's too distracting. I like it. I mean, it's more flair, but I mean, if it was stuck on, but I'm not willing to do that. That'd be a really silly thing to do. I can maybe like classily put it in here. I could stick it there. No, but the way that bends would not be good for that. Anybody want a sticker? Free sticker. Here you go, free stickers. Have fun. Have fun at the show. Free stickers. High Sierra Country. Sweet, Pete. Here's a surprise Mr. Davis doing High Sierra Heartbreak.
It's a heaven that doesn't stay open, it's the tug of war. Ha. It's the hysterical beauty with me I can't take.
I can almost guarantee you that Ha Ha was, we were playing at High Sierra, and, the name of the band is Surprise Me, Mr. Davis. So I just started playing High Sierra Heartbreak. I don't know if we'd ever played it together as a band, but I couldn't resist. I was like, oh, we could crush this song. This band should definitely do this song. I don't think we talked about it, but I think that's what that haha is, looking at Brad going, yeah, we're doing this. Yep, this is happening.
It's a heaven that doesn't stay open, it's the tug of war. Ha. It's the hysterical beauty with me I can't take. It's like loving more than one woman. It's the High Sierra Heartbreak. It's the smoke that hangs in the trees, the fallen lumber, the restless slumber that tickles and smiles me to wake. It's the music. It's the buzz on the peach, it's the word on the streets, it's the grizzly. It's the Almighty riding on earth, for heaven's sake. It's the flamingo, flamingo. I bet you didn't expect to see some flamingo. It's the high Sierra heartbreak.
Oh no. I didn't mean to do that. That was an accident. I thought I was, now that I don't have playlists. Oh man. I thought I was clicking on an album, but it's playing the track. And we were almost to the end of the song anyways. I'm tired of slowing down. I'm tired of waiting around. I'm tired of finding something new to find each time something is found. Of course I've learned my lesson. I can give some good advice. Still it's hard to take the same old river twice. When I know it isn't true, but it doesn't go away. And no one asks what's new, cause they know what I will say. Well, it's hard to have faith when you need it the most at the end of the day. Do you believe in ghosts? I disappear into these screens and a million jelly beans. Now I'm coughing up a coffin, driving nails lazily. I might dream up a mountain on the wings of such an ocean, but I'm just a pair of ragged claws on the bottom of the ocean. When I know it isn't true, but it doesn't go away. And no one asks what's new, cause they know what I will say. Well, it's hard to have faith when you need it the most at the end of the day. Do you believe in ghosts? Slowing down, I'm tired of waiting round. I'm tired of finding something new to find each time something is found. Of course I've learned my lessons, I can give some good advice. Still it's hard to take the same old river twice. When I know it isn't true, but it doesn't go away. And no one asks what's new, cause they know what I will say. Well, it's hard to have faith when you need it the most at the end of the day. When I know it isn't true, but it doesn't go away. And no one asks what's new, cause they know what I will say. Well, it's hard to have faith when you need it the most at the end of the day. Do you believe in ghosts? good friends of mine. What can I say? But don't cross that line. And then when they do, God, I hope I don't mind. All the things no one will tell you, they're the things you've got to know. Those you just gotta find out for yourself along the way as you go. God knows they're out there all night and all day. Some will lead you to the light, some will lead you astray. You'll know when you get there if you have lost your way. And it really don't matter what anyone say. It's all the things no one will tell you. They're the things you've got to know. Those you just gotta find out for yourself along the way as you go. Nobody said that they would, but everyone lies. They think it's for your own good. I don't know if that's wise, but if it takes a long time, don't be too surprised if you don't see it coming. Beauty in disguise. It's the things no one will tell you. They're the things you've got to know. Those you just gotta find out for yourself along the way as you go. Thought I had everything. God, I'd believe anything. But I wasn't even thinking about the rain. I packed for the sunshine, prepared for a good time. The sky changed its mind, and down it came. Now tears are falling, my heart is crawling. Goddamn you, Nolan. Another one down the drain. I was standing there wishing, but sorta like fishing, with no bait on the hook, just trying to fade. To be so uncertain, it's downright disturbing. I woke up on bourbon, catching a wave. Now tears are falling, my heart is crawling. Goddamn, you know that. Just another talk. next year. I eat, I'm like a dog. When I drink, I'm like a dog. When I make love, I'm like a dog. I am not proud, I'm like a dog. Love me now, I'm like a dog. Now get out. I lie around, I'm like a dog. I run out, I'm like a dog. I chase what runs, I'm like a dog. When a stranger comes, I'm like a dog. Love me now, I'm like a dog. Now get out. When I eat, I'm like a dog. When I drink, I'm like a dog. When I make love, I'm like a dog. I am not proud, I'm like a dog. Love me now, I'm like a dog. Now get out. Love me now. Now get out. When will I ever learn? I am not like a dog. I care where I lay my head. I am not high on the hog. I hate to admit it, but I'm looking up. Strange things are falling down on my love, and all that I got I gave to Iowa. All that I got I gave to Iowa. Someday I'll want it back. Someday I'll need the antidote. So here's my autograph on a self-addressed envelope. Sometimes I have to laugh when things are going wrong, 'cause according to plan, there probably wouldn't even be a song. All that I got I gave to Iowa. All that I got I gave to Iowa. out rain, and all that's changed is everything alright. I thought I might never see her again. Then I got a lipstick kiss postcard from Istanbul. What could I do but throw one back to the wind? The moon's laughing at me, I'm such a fool, I'm in love. So easy when it's a world away. What I imagine she'll do, what I imagine she'll say. Someday she gave me the feather I'm wearing up in my hat. I remember her flying and falling right in my lap. I close my eyes and I can hear her laugh. I remember the tears from that last night we had, and I'm in love. So easy when it's a world away. What I imagine she'll do, what I imagine she'll say. Someday someday. That wasn't just bumping uglies, rolling in hay. That wasn't just knocking boots and getting laid. No, baby, that was love we made. I'm in love. So easy when it's a world away. What I imagine she'll do, what I imagine she'll say. I'm in love. So easy when it's a world away. What I imagine she'll do, what I imagine she'll say. Someday. A girl gave you a
message for the world? Would you let everybody know? Would you just let it go? What if no one would believe? How would it feel to seem insane, knowing what you saw, plain as day? What if the voice of God spoke right to you, right out loud? Would you let everybody know? Would you just let it go? What if God gave you the word, gave you a message for the world? Would you let everybody know? Would you just let it go? What if no one would believe? How would it feel to seem insane, knowing what you heard, plain as day, plain as day? If you saw a miracle, what would you do? What if the miracle was you? Would you let everybody know? Would you just let it go? What if no one would believe? How would it feel to seem insane, knowing what you saw, plain as day, plain as day? Well, he left St. Louis with a hatter and a hair, 35 cents in the lighter, and the dirt in his hair. He went down to the crossroads, and his mama was there. She said, man, I can't believe you're my boy. He said, Mom, which way should I go? She said, no two are the same, and it sort of depends. I mean, what is your name? He thought, if Mama don't know, it must be time for a change. He said, you can call me Percy Boyd, and like that it was gone, like his daddy, and like that it was gone, like his daddy, and like that it was gone, like his daddy, and like that it was gone. No, they all start the same. It's just a stepping away. Call it a leap of faith or a fall from grace. But shame on the stranger who'd stand in the way of a young man finding his place. And like that it was gone, like his daddy. And like that it was gone, like his daddy. And like that it was gone, like his daddy. And like that it was gone. cents and a lighter, and the dirt
his hair. He went back to the crossroads, but his mama wasn't there. She was back home saying a prayer. So he sat on a park bench, started singing a song, and the passers-by, man, it was catching on. Now he's leading the cavalcade all the way home. Tell his mama he'll soon be there. And like that it was gone, like his daddy. And like that it was gone, like his daddy. And like that it was gone, like his daddy. And like that it was gone. Oh yeah. Oh, my work is never over, even when the day is done. I toss and turn when I'm sleeping. Come the morning, my work has just begun. 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 Someday I'll take a long vacation, hunker down, just lay low. Till then I'm taking donations, passing around. It's all pay to go. 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 Once the seeds are all planted, then there's the garden to tend. Comes a time for the harvest, and we're harvesting seeds again. Harvesting seeds again. Again and again. Again and again. My favorite part's complaining about the labor while sharing the fruits with a friend. Thank God I love my job and my neighbor. Here's to the work that never ends. To the work that never ends. To the work that never ends. Let's hope it never ends.
All right. In the casino, I wasn't gambling. I knew I was going to lose. I walked forever, but I wasn't rambling. I was just trying on some shoes. I met a teller, she told me a fortune. She knew I might not have any, but 222's exactly what I was down to. $2, 2 dimes, 2 pennies. Thank you gotta go too far. It's hard work playing the fool. I know a shortcut, but it's through the graveyard. Thank God the moon is full. Thank you, life, for the life I'm given. Thank you, life, for the life I'm living. You'll never find it unless you're looking. It might be right before your eyes. Give it a try, but don't try too hard. You might become addicted to your size. And friends might avoid you. Strangers might stare. Well, you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm just telling you, it gets weird out there. Thank you, life, for the life I'm given. Thank you, life, for the life I'm living.
There it was. Vox Humana. I haven't listened to that in a long time. First time I ever tried playing real drums. Last time I ever tried playing real drums as well. Come to mention it, come to think of it, wasn't that also the... Well, yes, sir. Yes, it was. Well, it was nice of you guys to keep me company while I cleaned house. It is trash night. There might be something to that. As a theme, definitely this place needs cleaning at least once a week. I know it's a boring show, but it could be really good radio if I just get good at it. People can be requesting stuff, some early, like generic things like, give me a letter, give me an adjective, or Early Davis, or the Musement. I cannot believe I erased all my iTunes playlists tonight by mistake. Oh no. Well, you might be noticing that I'm streaming at a little slightly imperceivable higher quality. It's probably not even perceivable, but it is happening. Wow, I just heard a really loud car go by outside. What's going on out there? What's going on out there? Is the world singing Dear Prudence to me? I don't know. I just don't know. But I do know that you should be silly and be honest. And you should always trust your cape. And I will see you soon. Probably like tomorrow nightish. And I'll have more cartoons for you. And you'll have songs you'll want to sing about. I will too. I no longer have a poetry playlist. No more poetry playlist.
Had I the heavens embroidered cloths, inwrought with golden and silver light, the blue and the dim and the dark cloths of night and light and the half-light, I would spread the cloths under your feet. But I, being poor, have only my dreams. I have spread my dreams under your feet. Tread softly, because you tread on my dreams.